Okay, people, we had one huge day behind us, or we made it. Well, we are the first then we really made it. And then we got from Kungsängen, which is not quite the closest high school in Stockholm, but you are really thank you for that. You support both festival, and that's the reason why these people are making films to reach the public. Thank you a lot. We shall see each other probably next year with the next edition. Thank you, Therese, for all the organization around this and engaging. Do you have some wishes for the next year? Would you like to come here again? Shall we reserve the places? To have a Balkan Film Festival even here next year? If we don't open Kungsängen Kulturhuset, I think it is okay.
We see.
Okay, we're just making our deal, and we will speak then with Asta.
It's not that I don't want you to be here, because I would really want to have you here. But the problem is that we don't know if we are still in this building. We maybe have to move. That's the issue now.
Oh, it's sensational news.
Yes, so we don't know. Somewhere in Stockholm we are, but we're not so sure in this address. So that's
the history of the cinema is almost the same here, isn't it?
We can try to occupy it and see what happens.
If you need help, we are here. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you all, and see you soon. You have the directors here. You can ask some questions and keep in contact. Thank you. I would like to say welcome, since we have international guests here, and enjoy. It is our second day with the Balkan Film Festival documentary short film program. Yesterday we were in the Swedish Institute and screened 5 movies. Today we are here and we shall have 9 movies. Yesterday we had a little bit school screenings with a younger generation. Today we are taking a little bit more serious subject, which is not so often presented in Sweden. And we start today, now it's 12 o'clock. I can just say hello to my crew, Marita, who is working in organization, and Emil, who is standing behind the technical support. And our guests, some of them are here, like Olga från Ukraina, Alexander från Montenegro och Milan från Bosnien-Herzegovina. And one special guest, Johan Radomir. Okay, we can start with the screening. We're continuing our festival. Now we have, how can I say, honor to see one film that we have guests present here, Milan Petkovic, please. We will speak about the movie.
Riječ je o stvarnoj operaciji Hrvatske vojske koja se zvala Operacija Južni potez, tako se zvala. U stvari riječ je o okupaciji Mrkonjić grada, produžetak akcije Oluja i Bljesak. Znači to je u koordinaciji sa NATO paktom, takozvanom armijom BiH i Hrvatskim vijećem odbrane. Znači, maltene čitav svijet se upleo u tu priču da se Srbima otme taj dio teritorije koji su oni držali pod svojom kontrolom, odnosno držali su oko 70%, a pregovorima međunarodnim je dogovoreno da se podijeli Bosna i Hercegovina na 51-49, gdje bi srpski dio trebao da uzme 49%. Pošto nisu nikako mogli da se dogovore politički kojih je to 20% koji su Srbi trebali da izgube. Postoje razne priče da je tu bilo i političkih nekih dogovora, tajnih, ovakvih, onakvih, međutim, niko nema nikakve dokaze. Međutim, u ovoj mojoj priči nije riječ o tome. Bazirao sam se na način kako je to sve obavljeno i zločin i masakr i vidjet ćete o čemu je u stvari bilo riječi.
Ok, mi ćemo posle malo nastaviti razgovor sa Q&A. Second, I'll just translate for one guest who is...
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yes,
It's
I
one
understood.
quite tough story about Bosnian, we can say, war. And it happened which year? Koje godine to točno bilo?
1995.
1995, about territories which are not supposed to be Serbian, which were actually before Serbian, and all maneuver how to do that. Thank you. I would like to call now Mr. Milan Petković to come, director for this movie. Milane, teška priča. Je to nešto tvoje lično ili prosto su tvoji stradali ovde ili poznaješ ljude koji su stradali? Do you know somebody who was involved in this, we can say, crime, or you're just observer here?
Moji nisu stradali na drugom terenu, ja sam inače učesnik rata, ali sam bio u to vrijeme na drugoj teritoriji, Dobojsko ratište, tamo sam ja bio. Ali poznajem mnogo ljudi i imam prijatelja, drugara koji su iz Mrkonjić grada i iz tih okolnih mjesta s kojima sam razgovarao, a inače nije čak ovo ni moja inicijativa, ja sam dobio zadatak od urednika da uradim ovu priču o padu Mrkonjić grada. I tako, znači nemam ništa lično, ovo je urađeno.
Okay, Milan, the question was did he has a personal relation to this story? No, since he is coming from Bosnia and Herzegovina, he took a part during this conflicts, but not exactly here, but he knows the people who were suffering and who was offered during this period. Was it hard to find material to this subject? Da li vam je bilo teško da nađete materijal za snimanje?
Pa materijal jeste bilo malo teško pronaći. Arhiva je kod nas, nažalost, poprilično. Sjećam se kad sam počeo raditi na radioteleviziji Republike Srpske krajem 90. godina. U zgradu televizije uletio je KFOR. Znači, to su međunarodne i pokupili su ogromnu, veliku većinu arhive koja ni do dan danas nije vraćena. Znači, zaplijenili su veliki dio arhivskog materijala što se tiče ratnih kadrova.
Kada si počeo da radiš i kad su oni?
Ja sam počeo 96. na televiziju, skoro odmah posle rata da radim, a to je, ja mislim, bila 97. 8. godina kad je KFOR ušao i zaplijenio.
Well, on the question, was it hard to find archive material for this movie? Milan is telling that, when he started working on television in 1996, he remembers well that just a little later, in 1997-8, came KFOR army and took all archive which was accessible. It means that all material which was during the war, material which was during the war, KFOR just took away, take it, and we never saw something of that even today.
Imam jednog prijatelja, zove se potpisani Gačić, sad se ne mogu sjetiti, on je radio u vojnom pres centru. I sačuvao je, on je imao svoju privatnu arhivu i od njega sam dobar dio materijala dobio. Mitar Gačić.
Okay. Mitar Gačić is actually a person who saved his own archive. He was military or something? Jer on bio vojnik? He was just journalist and cameraman, and he keep his own material privately, and that's the resources that Milan took in this movie. Well, it is not easy subject for us today. Nije nam laka ova tema danas, naročito ne na Balkanu, odnosno u Bosni i Hercegovini, kad se pravi na neki način neka vrsta saradnje, nalaze se neke forme. Why did you do that? Because is it something that you personally would like to come out, and why this movie is important to be done? Zašto je film važan da postoji bez obzira da li ga oni volili ili ne?
Ti kao autor.
Pa, ja mislim da je ovo važno i bitno što sam snimio, što sam uradio ovaj film, zato što treba da ostane zabilježeno, da se zna šta je. Ja sam se trudio prvenstveno, kad sam radio ovaj film, da sve jedan podatak bude 100% provjeren i tačan, da ne bi došao u situaciju da zbog jednog eventualnog greškice male bude da mi neko dovede u pitanje čitav film i znači baš sam, nisam htio, sve sam podatke provjeravao po 100 puta da se ne bi desilo da me neko, što bi rekli, uhvati na krivoj nozi i da kaže i da onda čitav film dovede u pitanje zbog jednog malog propustića ili tako nešto. Znači, ja mislim da u slučaju, pošto su grad Mrkonjić je poslao tužbu i u Hag, ja mislim, u Hagu je čitav materijal koji je vraćen u Bosnu i Hercegovinu i sad stoji u Bosni i Hercegovini u tužilaštvu koji niko 20 godina uopšte ne pokušava da procesuira i da ovaj film može služiti kao sudski dokument. Jednostavno može se koristiti na sudu kao dokument koji će pokazati kako je šta se u stvari desilo. Ja se izvinjam još samo sekundu, našao sam poslije kad sam završio film u arhivu RTRS-a koja je nesređena, kao i većina stvari kod nas, još dosta materijala koji nisam našao kad je trebalo.
Možda će biti drugi deo nastavka.
Author tried to make as much as he could to be real historical facts in this movie, not to make some mistakes that could tell in the future, well, this is not enough good material. He really want to leave something which could be actually archive material for the future research, since material from this all happening, what's actually happened there, was sent to Hague, to the court in Hague. Then this material went back to the local court in Bosnia and Croatia, and never did anyone about this material. And Milan is hoping that in the future this could be also some kind of ground to research further. And something more, that he find more material, and probably, well, we don't know, da li će biti nastavak. There is probably, verovatno ima dosta materijala za istraživanje. Milan is actually, his last movie was awarded last Balkan Youth Film Festival. It's about woman victim of the crime. And what is next project?
Sad ću nešto manje stresno i imam nekakvu priču o jednom čovjeku koji je imao teško djetinjstvo, bio vrlo siromašan, kasnije doživio je preobražaj zahvaljujući Novom Zavjetu, Svetom pismu i sad je on taj koji ima udruženje i pomaže ljudima, hrani druge ljude.
Well, it's the story about one man who, thanks to New Testament and I can say Christian religion somehow, he became one who is helping other people to come out from their problems. Well, interesting story. Thank you, Milan, and we continue. After a little break, we continue. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. We have a 10 minutes break, and then we continue with the film, The Bombs That Blew Up Peace. This film festival of documentary and short films.
It was projected in Yugoslavia.
Yes, in a moment we will present a film from Ukraine. It's a documentary made in 2017. And with us we have the guest and director of the movie, Olga Lazebnik. Please come up to the stage and present this movie. And afterwards we will have some Q's and A's with the director herself. Welcome.
Thank you. Hi. First of all, I want to say that this is a teamwork. I had 2 screenwriters, and I think that, first of all, they are authors of this film. I'm a little bit nervous because I'm not used to stay in the spot of attention. I'm always hiding behind the cameras, as I'm a director, I'm not a journalist. In Russian language, we have one word that means peace, and the same as world. It sounds like mir. Different meanings, but one word. That is why we named our film Bombs That Blew Up the Peace, but in Russian it can mean the world, as this bombing made a precedent, so this is what we are talking about. Thank you.
Thank you.
10 days shooting, and a few months of writing, editing, and so on. I do understand that we don't know the whole situation, and people who are here know much better. This is their country, traditions, and history. Thanks to this festival, I know so many things from history of Serbia and Balkans, thanks to movies now. But it's something that is not ours directly. That's why I do understand that probably you were watching and thinking, oh no, that wasn't like this. This is what we could do in this period of time.
Did you have a problem to get interviews from the other side? Because you have Kosovars as well in the film.
No, I can't say that it was like problem maybe looking for these people, but it was okay. It was very important for us to find guys. People from Kosovo, and it was 2 nice interviews full of interesting things. The problem was shooting there, getting there and getting from there. It was kind of problem, but thank you. I have 2 questions, that's great.
Okay, but I have one. I don't know, did I miss it, but how come that you get this idea to shoot in Serbia?
I told you already.
Okay,
That's
it was.
why,
You don't need to repeat it. It was. You speak about that.
I don't need microphone.
Please.
No. There was a film festival, documentary film festival in Ukraine, in Dnieper, where one of my chiefs, he is one of screenwriters, met people from Serbia.
And then he heard it.
They had a nice evening together, and there they decided to cooperate. And another chief, she gave this idea. In a year, on this festival, we got the main prize for this film. It was very nice in a year, like coming back there with the movie.
And how it was to shoot in Serbia and Montenegro? Where have you been?
Murina, Montenegro.
Okay.
2 people, the families from Murina, Kosovo. Every Serbian place where that it exists there, we've been everywhere, I think. And Belgrade and around Belgrade, and I don't remember, somewhere else.
And what impression do you get when you were there?
impression about people, country.
Yeah, I
what
mean,
do you
country,
mean?
everything what's happened, since it is not your idea originally, it is their idea to
Yes.
send you there to do that. And how did you relate it to that?
Listening, trying to understand,
Mm-hmm.
trying to be impressed, to make something.
Yeah.
I think that we have much in common with
Mhm.
people from Serbia, of course. We have very common history, some common things. And if you compare Ukrainians and French people, right, or Indian, English and Americans, completely different. But Serbians, we have much in common. It's easy to communicate with these people and to understand them.
And to reach the story and
Yes.
yeah.
Why you choose the Russian speaker?
Till this September, even now, we have a bilingual television.
Documentary.
Till this September, from now we have 75% of Ukrainian product and 25%, and soon they promise to make 90%.
Mhm.
Half of our country speak Russian. We've been too much time under the Russian Empire, so it's normal. And when we made this film, it was like easier way to present it, to make it in Russian.
Mhm.
Like it was closer to people.
And how audience get it?
It was okay. Yeah, we had a good race,
Mhm.
and people talked about this film.
They are not surprised. They know more or less history about bombing and everything, or it was something new, or they just don't care
Even I remember news on TV.
from that time.
Yes.
Okay. Mhm.
Of course, I was not baby, but
Younger.
younger, and I didn't understand what's happening.
Mm.
But people, they didn't know some maybe miscellaneous, but
Mm.
details. But in general, they do understand.
Mhm.
And we made a few short movies, like not movies, сюжеты, we say like
Documentaries or clips or
yes, like youth
okay.
telling about the movie, and it was okay.
Okay, good. And what is that you are doing now? Is it something on Balkan or is it in Ukraine? What
I
are you
have just
thinking?
finished one movie about the general during the Second World War.
Uh-huh.
It's a kind of portrait, but not exactly the portrait. And now I'm doing nothing in documentary, and this is a good time to have a rest and renovate myself.
And yes, and find new ideas.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you to be part of the festival.
Thank you very much. It was really nice.
Thank you. I would like to call on the stage jury because it is time for awards. And here we are is Olgica Lindqvist, journalist, publicist, one who knows a little bit about movie from the scientific position, and Håkan Pianowski, film director, filmmaker. And I think you had a great job.
Yes, of course. We have been working, actually 3 of us. And the third one, which is the best in English, he's unfortunately very sick and operated. It was something acute, so that's Mikola Grutkai, who is also director. And Håkan and me ended the story, and I hope you will be glad to hear that. So the prize.
Yeah, I want to say that it has been a very privilege to see all the films, because for a Swedish, the Swedish audience, this is a very unusual perspective on Europe and on things that happened in the Balkans. So I think it's very important that you try to distribute it to Swedish audience. Thank you. We have decided that the prize for the best film is going to be divided with 2, because they are so different films, but the first film we wanted to give a prize is called ISTI. It's in English the same, and it's going to be shared with. I'm going to read it in Yugoslavia.
Długo putovanje u rat.
Yes, dugo putovanje u rat. You're going to read the motivation.
Yeah, in my best manner. Motivation for the same, with excellent cinematographic skills, sharp eye, and the consequential directing of Dejan Petrovic. This film tells the story about the life in prison. Sequences of monotony and routines gives insight in the convict's ordinary days. Routines becomes life and a punishment at the same time. Motivation for a dugo putovanje u rat, long road to war, is with cinematic professionalism and highly creative way to use archive material. This film uncovered the unknown and forgotten facts that caused the World War for First World War. Excellent directing and storytelling creates the link between the end of the 18th and the beginning of the 19th century and our time. Milos?
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yes. Good.
We have had the problem even to choose the second prize, and that's because one of the prizes actually festival decided to give to the author. Maybe it's better if you take that one. Female, I'm waiting with the female.
Are you waiting? Okay, good. Well, we are waiting jury's decision regarding the. I have my paper. Sorry. Actually, festival gives prizes for the movies that somehow gives a lot or support spirit of this festival. And used just for this kind of courage that this film gave in their observation of reality, we choose to give the prize to the 3 movies. First is to Olga Lazabnik about the bombing. Please come. And I will give you 2.
This, wait a second. Congratulations.
Good. Then to Alexander Relic, which is not with us. He's on the way to Novi Sad right now. He was yesterday with us screening one wonderful movie at the Swedish Institute. And Milan Petkovic. For his movie, it is actually second award in a row, I can say, last year and this year. And diploma for the festival, just for the short movie, goes to Alexander. Alexander, please come.